Welcome back to Speducation. I am your host, Brandon Reed, and as always, if this is your first time to the channel, a special welcome to you. Well, it's a new week and we have a new lesson, and hopefully you enjoyed your time off and you were able to do some relaxing. I know I was. So, without further ado, let's dive into today's lesson. Today's lesson, Types of Case Conferences, Manifest Determination Conference. So there are a lot of types of case conferences, and we've actually talked about a manifestation determination conference or a manifestation determination hearing and what it is. If you want to check out that video, feel free to go into my channel and then look it up. But today we're just going to be talking about what is going to be covered in that conference. So let's take a look at what exactly is covered in a manifestation determination conference. What is a manifestation determination conference? The Manifestation Determination Conference is a conference in which the special needs student has accumulated enough days, typically 10 plus, and is facing expulsion. During this conference, the Case Conference Committee will review IEP, student records, and other relevant information, and then answer two questions. One, was the behavior caused by the student's disability? And two, was the IEP being implemented by the district as written? If either of the answers to these questions is no, then the student can be expelled. But because of IDEA, the school still has to provide some level of support for the student. So that can be done through placing the student in an alternate location, such as an alternative school, where he can still receive services, or providing homeschool with homebound services, where an individual teacher will go to the house or a designated area and work with the student one-on-one for a given amount of hours during the week. If the answer to both of these or either of these is yes, then the school must reconvene to determine what is the best placement for the student and what can be done to eliminate barriers that have caused the student to gain 10 plus days of out-of-school suspension. And then the last thing that a manifestation determination conference does is document the determination in any additional case conference committee decisions. Now, manifestation determination conferences can be scary. They really can, because it not only looks at the student's behavior and the incident that resulted in the student being expelled, but it also looks at the special ed teacher in the school itself. Was the school following the student's IEP? Was the student being provided the accurate services? And then was the disability related to the incident? And as somebody who has had several manifestation determination conferences that I've sat in, it can be a little overwhelming, not just for the student, but also for the special ed teacher. But fortunately, for many of these students all across the country, manifestation determination conferences are rare, because the entire point of an IEP or a BIP, which is a behavioral intervention plan, is to remove barriers and to be proactive, to stop instances where a student may be suspended for 10 plus days and ends up being expelled. But things like that do happen. I even had a student that was exemplary, but because of a really bad day, the student ended up going and fighting another student and then going off and hitting a teacher. And as a result, that student was automatically set up for expulsion, and we had to have a manifestation determination conference. Fortunately, we were able to work some things out and help the student re-engage with the school, but that's not always the case. So whenever we talk about manifestation determination conferences, we talk about them as a rarity. It hardly happens, and that's good because we don't want it to be happening all the time. So if you liked what you saw, you learned something new, or this is your first time to the channel, please click the like button. And if you want updates on future videos, feel free to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for updates on future videos. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, or if there's anything that you would like me to go over specifically in special education, please drop a line in the comments section and I'd be happy to help. And until next time, class dismissed.